Okay, and welcome back to Dead by Dawn Season 3, where we have Astral versus Apoptosis. Playing Suffolk Pick 1. Again, we have seen some really good teams the past few weeks with us, and also huge upgrade to Dead by Dawn in production value, so I hope you are enjoying. I am not alone on the casting today. I am here with Will. Will, this is not the first play set we've casted together. What do you think?
Well, man, I don't know. Like last time we were casting, we've seen some very heavily different results. We've seen really good from our serve side, and we've seen excellent performances from our killers. So realistically, feels I think it's everything to play for, and I'm just excited to see a good game and to cast it with you, my good friend.
Yeah, I'm super excited. It seems like Exalta is kind of going for a little bit of a setup here, kind of looking to hold these bomb side gens. Um, I'm wondering if Apoptosis is going to go for a kind of stealthic, corrupt play, or they are going to try and cross over. But either way, both teams are not scared of the plague set. I've seen them both play it individually, coming together. So I'm excited to see how they play this out. We did see Apoptosis play against Serenia, and we did see Astral play it quite a lot in season 2. So I'm interested to see how it goes.
Oh, yeah, exactly. I think this is a set that, as you said, both teams are very familiar with. It was, I believe, Astral's pick as well. So maybe that's gonna lead to an elusive result. Maybe Astral's this is their main to their GOAT set, the thing that they want to be picked on, and things that you should ban against this team. However, I'm kind of surprised that we don't see the red pool being used on main there. That is extremely unlucky.
Oh,
Just out of range, man.
that was
Oh my.
just slightly there, just slightly. But again, we do see an M1 coming onto Lars here. We are taking pursuit on Chase. This is kind of where Exotic wants it to be, though, so it is looking a little better on his side. As I say that, Lars is going to take it top because I think they realize what the game plan was. We are going for Infection just coming in. We do we see this chase around this lovely filler. Again, I'd be a little scared if I was Apoptosis as well, because Astral is top of the bracket right now. These are the guys to win. I'd be a little bit scared of this matchup. But again, it's not the first time we've seen these sets from both teams. And Apoptosis doing a fantastic job on Surf side, really holding that first chase.
Definitely. This is the exact kind of first chase you really needed. It was a very unfortunate hit. I don't know if you heard me in the back, a bit of an exasperated sigh. I was shocked that that hit came through on the jungle gym. Exotic just sliding through and gets a clean chase from our survivor side here as well. That is exceedingly good. Dying in the right spots around main, if I'm not mistaken. Which gem pop there, feels?
I think 4. I think maybe.
Yeah,
Oh,
it was logs 3. Though that was the one gen I thought that wasn't going to be worked on as we saw. Oh, we do find a stealth here. Shady on the Claudette, getting the early infection exotic and a hit through the God Rock. I'm surprised we don't see that coming down, but obviously he's just willing to take the hit and rotate bottom to probably go work on a gen.
I will say, Apoptosis's gem pressure this round was a lot better than what we saw against Serenia. So I'm thinking they're working hard on this. I think Astral might be a little scared to see this because it seems like we're not getting super purge value. As I say that, we did snipe across the rock for it.
Yeah, that's exactly what you want to be seeing. As I was thinking, as you just read my mind, I don't know if it's the caster communication or anything, or whether you're just living
Oh
inside
yeah,
their
the
rent free.
telepathics. Yeah, of course, the
Oh,
telepathic.
exactly. You know, it comes with being friends and it comes with casting together many a time, feels. But
Oh,
oh,
no
oh my god,
way!
oh my fucking
Oh.
god. Sorry, oh god, you hate to see that. That is the exact representation of British net coming here from Exotic.
That is not what you wanted to see on that palette for Apoptosis, but no, I think Exotic pulled all his ping for that game. Holy, but we are seeing another hook dragged up. I think Exotic has changed their gameplay a little bit and decided to defend our top side here, which is not a bad play. I think if he holds it well enough, we might actually see maybe a 4K one. But again, the Exotic needs to play really well, and Apoptosis aren't making it easy.
Definitely. With this gen split and those red pools, I'm very surprised, to be honest with you. Okay, well, Caster's Curse, obviously I should keep my mouth
Yeah,
shut.
of course, of course.
However, we are seeing the red purge coming into the tunnel out here. I think just waiting out borrowed time, base kit endurance, and instead, are we going to see someone playing for the stun here with the Jeff in chase? I think this is probably the best. No!
Oh
Oh my! Oh, how does he live this? Delaying the tunnel out even further, missing
no!
the M1. He gives Jeff full distance on main, unless this. Oh my goodness, that is exactly the kind of thing you'd want if you were the survivor side, giving the Jeff full distance main, and probably just. Even though it's in main, though, it's still the 3 gen, man. This guy needs to be getting bottom, but Exotic
No.
doing a very good job in making that an impossibility and forcing him to stay top. Feels, I'm not sure I like this dying spot, to be honest with you.
Yeah, this is a little scary. I think I think Exotic needs to wake up a little bit at the beginning of the match, but now he is locked in and ready. We have got our free gen. We have got our hook in our free gen. A death in our free gen, never mind. And we have still not got a lot of progress up here, so I'd be a little scared. But we do see our who is this? Is this Renato? I feel like it's
No,
Renato.
this is our ace, Feels. Come on,
Oh,
open
oh,
reaction.
did you see that, Will?
I saw them getting hit through the pallet. I'm not sure. Wait, was that a last frame?
I think so. We have
Oh,
got another pull up in our free gen as well, and we are not going to make it. And again, Death one not looking good here, which is not what you want to be seeing. As much as Poptosis is doing really good holding those chases, it's just the dying spots are not quite it right now.
exactly. I have a feeling that the comms from Apoptosis is going to be hurried, rushed, and miscommunicating maybe about the dying spot. Early game, not so much of a problem, but just really giving Exotic that time to set up. Like, as you said before, the early game pressure on Gens was absolutely astounding. Everything was popped before, I think, the first down, or everything they needed to pop bot side, sorry, was popped before the first down. And that's something you really want to be seeing from your survivor side here. But now, as it's progressing mid game towards late game, we are seeing more rotations and more risky plays from survivors, which I'm not too sure I like the look of for their long term game, to be fair.
Yeah, I'm a little worried because now Exotic knows where all players are on the map, which is not what you want in this situation, especially in your freebie. We do pop last gem, but again, we still got to tackle this free gem, sorry, on top side as a free man, which is not the easiest task to have.
Oh yeah, it's definitely not an easy task, and we do see every survivor. We know everyone's location, and this is exactly what you not wanting. I think Exotic is just going to be camping the top mid section here, not wanting anyone to get to that main building, get that pull for free. He's just opting to break pallet. Obviously, the plague animation and the blind on pallet, very risky to do because you lose a lot of distance because the animation is disjointed. It's been in the game for many years now, but it's just something that you really don't think of until you're actually doing it. But we are seeing Sonic on bot side. We're not quite sure where Shady is, and I think Exotic is just choosing to camp or play around the hook in a oh my.
Oh, and we catch the stealth out. And we do see Shady and Chase here, who is just going to drop the pallet. And we do catch with a save, but again, that is all injured up top in the gens. So someone's going to die here.
I think he's just committing this second down here, playing a bit greedy as the pallet there was dropped by Jeff early. This ace has absolutely nothing. Playing it on the Z-wall, is he gonna? I think he's just cutting him off on bot side, getting the
Oh.
second down in the 3 gen. Shady's probably hurrying for his life, playing for that pickup as we speak. If I'm not quite mistaken, I would imagine that's what he's doing.
Did we
No,
see a no mither? I don't remember if we did or not.
I do not think that we did.
I don't know if I'm crazy, but I don't remember having a no mither. Again, I have seen this a lot more in the new meta of comp, where people aren't bringing no mither to plague sets. But again, we have got Shady on chase here on main. Um, I'm wondering if he's gonna pick up, but we are just gonna get the killer to pick up instead. There's not much they can do. I think we're just securing down the 4K1 at this point.
Yeah, I feel like yeah, it's kind of a hard situation. We do see Shady as well, unable to get that stealth up, maybe even crank some of that few extra percents into the last generator before he gets found. but this was a really dominating performance from the 3 gen, granted by the 3 gen, especially by Exotic here. I feel like that's all we really have to say here, Phils. It was just a really well played early game from Survivors, but the death spots just caught them so off guard, and they're just not able to get that pressure. We are seeing a bit of friendly nodders from Exotic as he chases his final down. Bloodlust coming in. We're going to be seeing a bit of an M1 chase.
Yeah.
Do you got your timer out? I'll get my pocket
Oh
watch
yeah,
ready.
yeah. Let's get the 1v1 timer. Where's our ladder chases?
Oh!
Holy. But yeah, like I said, this will be our first up from Astral on the killer. Apoptosis is going to be killing next. What an amazing result! Like as you said, a really strong start from Apoptosis, but unfortunately, just the mid game was kind of messing them up a little bit. But again, well played coming from all ends. To be fair.
Definitely, I feel like chases weren't a letdown. They're exactly what we wanted to see. Something to show the people at home watching. That is for sure. However, the dying spots were a bit of a letdown. Not getting that early gen pressure, carrying through to the mid game. Sorry, and just the dying spots really just made that late game impossible, especially as they headed into the 3v1. Without further ado, I think as the game is over, it's only fair that we send you into an intermission and we will see Apoptosis on the killer next with Astral on Survivor. Stay tuned.
Okay, and welcome back to the second set where we have Apoptosis on killer with Shady on the plague today. We saw a fantastic result coming in from Astral and Exotic getting a 4K1 on plague. Again, I am not alone on the casting today. I have got Will here. Will, second plague set. 4K1. Do we think it's achievable to get a 4K2?
Wow. I'd be lying if I said, or if we do see actually someone. Sorry, this caught me completely off guard. I'd be lying if I said I think it would be easy. However, if there was someone to do it, it would be a team like Apoptosis. We are seeing the Lori getting found as well. Are we going to see an infection? Yes, we are. Leaving that and chasing bottom where the gens are going to be progress away from corrupt. Realistically here, as you said before, the 4K1 result coming through from Astral, Exotic's amazing result, a lovely win con to be playing for if you're on Survivor. I'm not sure if we're going to be seeing something that can match or rival it, Feels. Tell me what you're thinking yourself.
Well, like I said, we got two quick infections here, which is really a good start to the game. Shady really showing kind of the pressure across all serves here. And we do have Marcy, who is going to be fully infected now before we kind of have a pressure on a gen that is barely touched. So again, I'm surprised we're trying to rotate up so quickly, especially with all our gens being corrupted on the bot side. We need more chases to go up the map here. We are going to get a tag onto Nippy here. And they are just
Yeah,
going to absolutely send it up, but Shady, I don't think is interested in committing. I think he is just going to check. That is a
we are
good
seeing
half there, right?
progress. Oh, yeah, exactly. A good half gen of progress. I think Marcy, if I'm not mistaken, will have been on that gen. We are seeing, yeah, both Marcy and Exotic. Sorry, I'm not used to him playing this Survivor. Always changing who he mains, always changing his Survivor preferences. But we are seeing two people coming off the gen, leading us to believe that it was stacked early on. So I am altogether not too sure about the gen pressure around the board, and I'm only wondering where has Aaron been? Like, surely there's a gen popping
Yeah, I was
soon,
gonna
right?
say the Aaron's kind of been a little sneaky, a little in and out. I've not seen them, but we do see a bit of an interesting build on Shady side here, which is called a Brine, Eruption, and Pain Res, which is going to be full slowdown. And we're going ring around the rosies on the edge map, but unfortunately we do go down here. That is exotic down for one gen. It's not a bad pace starting out, but again, people underestimate how hard it is to pop all gens, especially in a free gen scenario. They need to have the players on the board for it.
Definitely the 3v1 on
Oh.
the 3 gen around main was exactly what killed our survivors off last time. And I think we're seeing a very similar in terms of gen setups with a 3 gen, sorry, I almost said a 3v1 around main, a 3 gen around main, which definitely needs to be tackled. But I think we're probably just going to be seeing a little stealthy action, a lot of bush hiding and edge mapping right now. And I think, oh no, we are in fact seeing, I believe, Nepe. Yeah, exactly. Nepe. Oh, what is
Oh!
happening, man? This feels like a
Uh,
fever dream. I cannot keep up. So much stuff to be saying. The pool coming in, a gen on Shack Pops, injured people on 5. That's all the list, and we are seeing Shady moving back up to top side. Over to you, Feels. Whew.
Oh yeah, no, a lot going on. I was about to say you might be predicting the future here with a three-man top side. We do see the save coming in, and we know it wasn't Aaron because they just popped. So we do have Aaron still uninfected. We're taking chase onto Exotic here around the main. I wonder if Exotic can do some good LOS blocking to stop this infection. It's a bit scary coming in, but we are going to get it.
Oh,
Oh! No, not quite coming in from Shading. We are going to go over to one here. We don't have a pallet, so I think we're having a little more edge map gaming coming on. Z-Ball Demon getting grabbed. Oh my goodness. Yeah, no, well, they really are giving us a show to cast about here. Oh
oh
my
yeah.
goodness.
However, we're not seeing any Gen Prog topside yet again, to our knowledge. However, 10 is looking very juicy, very succulent. Hopefully, we are seeing some split Gen pressure around the top, because Shady is not going to be wanting to let that 3 Gen get any progress worked on. I do believe during that chase, we are made aware that Exotic was the balanced landing for Astral, successfully juking a. Oh!
Oh, that is
Oh, this changes
Tygon.
everything. This changes absolutely everything. That Gen pop, not only does it reach the gen requirement to match the
Oh!
oh the
Oh my
Tygon,
heart!
sorry, oh my god, everything is happening. We're getting ping hit after ping hit, animation frame by animation frame. This is absolutely insane. But we are seeing a lot more gen prog around the board from Astral here. What are you thinking about that, Feels?
Yeah, I'm really surprised they didn't pick up Exotic when we were getting pick up Marcy here. Um, but yeah, we have two people hooked topside. This is not looking optimal right now. But again, we are a tie. I'd be a little worried, but our gen split's really nice. I don't think it's going to be impossible then. We do see someone stealthing around Shack, and we do see another cleansing on 4. So they're both bot side.
As well as they've done on the gen front, I'm not sure I like this positioning right now, especially with Nepe injured going versus the Red Purge. I'm not quite sure if this is the play. We do hear him coughing through the shack wall, so we know that he hasn't done any. Oh, that changes a lot actually. Nepe outlasting Corrupt Purge here, going into basement just to make sure she doesn't get that last frame like we saw last game. However, this is looking good now. Things have actually changed exceedingly with that not hitting Nepe there. Eren rotating top, managing to get the unhook on Marcy, and I do believe while Nepe takes his chase bot side, we are going to be seeing a lot of gens being worked on for, the remainder of his chase until he goes down.
Yeah, like I said, we haven't had a lot of chase on the bot side here, so the RNG is going to be quite nice, and we're going to have a bit of full, but I think Shady knows that and is going to head back up, thinking that Nepi and Marcy might be doubling down on a gen, um, which wouldn't be a bad play, because, like I said, it is cutting it close, and we are in the freebie, as you said, with 3 people up top here. Um, so yeah, we have a little bit of progress coming on 11 here, but not quite enough to be concerned about, I'd say. But we are searching a bit of edge map, just checking. I think Exotic might have gave them a little bit of a scare there with no edge map gaming he was doing.
Yeah, a little bit of paranoia and some PTSD for Shady there, checking all his corners. However, we do see Marcy there behind the truck, and I am wondering as to why Shady did not actually go for that there, unless we saw it and he didn't. However, the Call of Brine here is going to be giving that information, and I think Marcy's just going to edge map 11 it. This dying spot does make me think I'm not too sure about the safety of Shady leaving bot mid here with Nepe still on the bot side of the map. I think we're going to be seeing a gen pop coming any second now, unless I am mistaken.
Yeah, it could be anytime we do have that bomb site map, and that will be Astral taking first set. Again, as I said earlier, Astral I'd be a little scared of. They are the top in their bracket right now. So, like I said, it is not the easiest team to be going against, especially for the long time coordination they've had. We did see them play in season 2 as well, and they did phenomenally well. So I'm super excited to see how they kind of progress for this. Because next up, we also have a Ghostface set.
Yeah, the Ghostface set requires heavy amounts of communication. This was a textbook result with a 2K, 2 fresh stages, 2 fresh hooks even. I'm liking that from our survivors here. That's a very unfortunate win con to be playing into if you're Shady as well, and he did not let down with the chase. However, letting up that gen split, that 3 gen around main, proved so detrimental for the long game.
Yeah, like I said, they played it phenomenally well, but Astral does take first set. Next up, we will be seeing Apoptosis killing first in Ghostface set. So make sure to stay tuned, and we'll catch you then.
Hello, everybody. It is Will back on the casting. We have Dead by Dawn Season 3 with Apoptosis versus Astral. We have seen the results of Plague Set making it a 1-0 to Astral already, and we are seeing Apoptosis on the killer. As you're expecting, I'm not alone. I'm here with my good friend Feels. Feels, tell me, what are your expectations about the set and what have we seen already?
Well, we kind of had a bit of a chat about it during the plague set. It takes a lot of coordination to run, like, to have a Ghostface set. It takes a lot of, like, understanding and a lot of, like, stealth and basically just spreading out the best you can. As we said, we see Neppy getting a little bit of stock on them. As we go through, we see we are playing this, but I think they thought they ran off a little bit. Scratch marks were being a little weird there. We do snap out a little bit. Again, Astral taking first set. Really well played from both sides, though. It was a very close-up match. We are getting full, almost 99 on Neppy here, which would be a little scary. I'm wondering how Astral's going to be able to deal with this. Okay, it seems like Shady is getting quite a strong setup.
Definitely, this gen setup around TV is definitely not what you're looking at. Oh, hello, Aaron. Wake up, buddy. What is going on, man? He hasn't drunk his morning coffee, that's for sure. We are seeing a chase going around the corrupt, which normally wouldn't be so bad. However, this gen setup is looking mean, Feels. I'm talking
Yeah,
about we have a
yeah.
4 gen around TV, and I'm not quite sure for the long
Yeah.
run this is where we want to be dying.
Yeah, I think they might have identified that because it seems like Aaron is making their way away from these gen sets, but it doesn't look like there's a lot here. But we do have Palette on Library. Corrupt just going down now. So hopefully they recognize that TV needs done. How was that medium vault? Did you see that? I'm surprised that was a
Yep.
medium vault.
Well, you never know. Oh, we do see Exotic here on the hit tank. This, oh, I love this altruism, man. I do. It's just dodging and weaving, actually, a bit like he's drunk on the sticks. As you know, we advocate for
Drunk
drinking
on the
responsibly.
sticks. I drunk on the sticks. Holy.
Sorry, anyway.
Yeah,
Anyway, getting a
but
bit silly, man.
yeah, a little bit silly on the casting. But again, we are taking pursuit on Jace. That is 2 people injured. With Neppy really stocked out, this is a bit of a scary position to be, and we do see a perk of choice here on the killer, which is Sloppy. So these tags are going to cause a little bit of issue going forward.
Definitely. Sorry
Oh,
about that bit of latency on my mic there.
oh.
Yes, the sloppy resets are definitely something you want to be avoiding, and that those hits are meaning a lot for Shady here. Everyone's injured. Well, I say everyone's injured, sorry, I'm lying. Everyone is either injured or high stalk, unless you're Marcy. So, and we do see our first pain rest stack being used as well. Eruption as well. Perk choice being sloppy, eruption, pain res, and corrupt. God, you'd think that this is the meta. You honestly
Yeah.
would when you're. It's like we're seeing a lot of variation in these builds,
Really,
feels.
it's crazy. It's almost like we've seen the same build all season. That's insane. Again, Dead by Daylight will have its ways, and we will be running good builds. Like I said, Shady has cooked up this, and it is going to work towards them because we are seeing sloppy value coming in. We do see Neppy injured, which is kind of making a bit of a predicament for Shady here. So either leaves him and gets stock later on, or we're going to take the hit and stock's going to be removed. Which, either way, is not a bad place to be.
Yeah, rewinding little bit back there, we do see the For the People from Nepe coming in onto
Oh.
Eren. Okay, Mirror Illusion or something.
Oh. Very delusion moment, I guess. Or maybe Shady's just going a little bit delusional from seeing double on Claudette's here. Maybe he's a little drunk on the sticks, I don't know. But again, we are seeing this Claudette kind of fine for this gen a little bit here. Getting fully stocked, which is a little bit worrying. We do see speed coming in from, is it Drop Sheaf? I think it's called Drop Sheaf, right?
Drop
Drop,
leg knife sheath. Yeah, it's a
yeah.
bit of a tongue twister. It's like
Yeah.
Bunkazu created it. Yeah.
Astral really coming in with the gem pressure. Oh, and not getting the swing coming through, and that is Exotic coming back for another hit tank, taking it and managing to get away. Again, we do see Aaron still fully stocked, and we are in exposed. So they're going to need to play this to the best of their capacity. I would not be shocked to see Astral with a bit of gen spread. And we do have hit tank after hit tank coming in.
Jeez,
Oh,
feels this is not what.
oh,
Oh,
oh
on the
my,
earth!
no way! What was
Oh my!
that?
That is absolutely insane, feels. Also, can we just take a moment to just say it feels like it's been 5 minutes on a Ghostface set, and we're at 2 gens.
Yeah, yeah, that's holy. I think that palette, that what would you even call that? The reverse palette, like
The
really
something.
hurt. Yeah, something for something. Yeah, honestly, call it the Marcy tech at this point. But holy, that really put a bit of a dent in Shady's plan there for exposed. And now we are mostly exposed on Marcy here, and we do find Aaron again. We probably are just gonna take the sloppy tag and head out. But again, like, we had a couple of gens that had a bit of progress on it, so it looks like a bit of a hard game for Apoptosis here, especially since this is their pick.
Definitely. Yeah, that is something we did not mention.
Oh,
Oh, the short swing coming in. Just that frame too late and Eren managing to get the stun. Running down a 10 side here, hoping to reach bottom. I am very surprised we've seen Chase going purely top this game with the gen setup that Shady recognized so early on. I'm genuinely quite surprised that we haven't seen more use of the bot side of the map, especially rooms 8 and 6, as they are notoriously known for being one of the safer loops in the game, or one of the safer loops in Larry's, sorry, outside of library and TV room palette. So I'm very surprised we haven't seen much of bot really being explored at all. I mean, we're
yeah.
saying that the Shady's patrolling his gens, making sure to apply eruption, making sure no one's working in that library gen. I am wondering what the survivors are doing, and they're resetting. So, yeah,
Yeah.
that sloppy tag didn't mean too much. I'm guessing Eren's sloppy ran out. The tag was quite a while ago now, or was it the other way around? I have absolutely no
I
clue.
cannot keep up. There's been so much going on in this game. But yeah, this is going to be a little scary. It seems like Astral has taken a foot back and played a lot more slowly now. It seems like they're switching up their game plan and going for a more slow and safer approach. Again, we have one stage at 2 gens and a good bit of stock on a lot of people here. Honestly, when I'm watching this game, I'm kind of thinking who paid for exit lag here, because some of these hits have been insane.
Oh, definitely. We do see the height of German engineering from the pallet stun of Marcy there. I still, to this minute, have zero clue how the hell that even happened. I've not seen something
Oh,
like that since pallet vacuuming was a thing way back
uh,
when. Drop like knife sheath haste. Marcy, oh my god, you cannot make it up. And a hit tank coming in for Marcy as well. Gonna be cutting her off. Does this matter? A bit of confusion there from Eren and Marcy, but we do see the hit tank being successful, and Marcy makes full bottom. They've been taking notes. They've been in on comms. They know. Oh, oh my god. Oh my god. Being German is not enough to save you there from Shady. That was an absolutely devious hit, and we are going to see the second stack of pain res being used. Feels, do you think this matters for the long run of the...
uh,
Oh my
a
god.
caster's curse, holy. No, I don't think that really mattered right in this moment, but again, I would not be shocked if we had another gem with some progress on it. So that pain res definitely did go somewhere, and we are leaving Aaron slugged here. We do find scratch marks. Is this a potential for a snowball coming in from Shady here?
Well, with the stoke progress on Nepa here, I feel like the survivors are going to be very careful. However, we don't know where Exotic is, and Shady very aware of that. Lean stalking round corners, making sure that Exotic doesn't get the pull for free. But we do see some scratches going bot side, and I do wonder if we're going to be seeing Marcy being unhooked as Aaron gets picked up by Shady here.
I don't think he is going to go for the pickup. I think we are just going to save Marcy instead here. We are going to head back because we have huge stock on Neppy here, which is going to come into effect, I think. Yeah, because we are going to take Chase. But it seems like Neppy might have just got a little too much distance to make it effective. But again, this could come in handy for the later game. But we are still at 3 stages, 1 gen, and the split is not too bad. So,
Yeah, definitely. That gen split is looking very favorable to our survivors here. I'm sure there's a deja vu there calling out
oh,
meticulously what gens need to be worked on,
I,
and I'm sure Shady is hyper aware of leaving any gens with high progress, as we saw library, and now we are aware one is also being worked on as well.
yeah, we have got the information, but can Shady do anything about it? That's the main point here. Um, like I said, Ghostface is not usually a 4K killer, but we are scaring off Nippy a little bit with the exposed. So they can't just come in and get a free save, but this will be down to Exotic or Marcy to really take it in. But we Shady is kind of opting to camp, but not quite enough apparently. Um, we are going to get stuck onto Aaron here, which will be helping us in the later game, but really, really depends on how we play this because it seems like we're just kind of holding our middle ground here, going back and forth. But can we really stop these gens if it's done efficiently?
Definitely, I think with all the pre-running that Astral know and love, with the deja vu knowledge, I'm sure that we're gonna have a gen popping for the 3v1 here. What, the 3v1, the 4v1? I'm saying before the
What is
3v1,
with you
hopefully.
in the freebie one today?
Oh my
Oh,
God! Oh,
yeah, yeah. You know what? I This game has had some wild things in it. I'm not even going to question it. Yeah, not going to question it for today.
I think we need an anti-shady net rule. That has been 3 hits I've deemed quite unsatisfactory for our survivors here. With another down coming through onto Nepe, that full stalk exposure really coming in clutch for Shady here, getting that pressure up. Like, we are seeing just patrolling the gens now, a little bit paranoid almost, just checking the gens. Did I swear, I was gonna say I swear I saw someone, and this is Exotic, I believe, taking the hit and going towards 11, towards TV, maybe 11 through TV. I'm yapping too much. I had no clue that Library had anywhere close to that amount of progress, and we are seeing Exotic taking chase towards the bot side of the map with Aaron taking hit as he is higher stages.
Yeah, like I said, they are playing for their best result right now. They really want to take this 2-0. But again, Shady really doesn't want to allow that and is going to keep them on their toes as much as possible. If they manage to take someone else, especially with Aaron as well, that could be a little bit of a problem. Oh, but is the game ready? Oh, I didn't think it was ready in time. Did we get it?
Oh, we.
Oh,
Oh, this has been that was an exceptionally well played game, if I do say so myself. I feel like that was well done.
yeah,
Textbook.
really, really well done. And I said they played so aggressively at the start, but really kind of ended it out with a fantastic, like, slow play, really coordinating on the gen. Shady did get them a really hard time on it.
Oh
Uh,
yeah, definitely. With that down coming down onto the ace there, I'm sure that Nepo was not thinking that was hitting. Probably cursing the exit lag gods if he does in fact have it. Did I see blood there? I think I saw blood there. Shady.
Never mind, I
If
think we are just gonna close the hatch. But again, cause I'm pretty sure Aaron is hooked you. So if he bleeds out, they'd get full points for it because they've already been hooked. So it is not that big of a deal. But again, what a fantastic match coming in from both. Really, really exciting. I feel like both teams have given us so much to talk about. It's been absolutely insane. But can we go back and talk about how insane that reverse stun was?
Oh, don't even remind me, man. That's making me envy, making me envy the German ping. It's definitely a tough time out here with my terrible net, by my awful provider, and living in somewhere where the servers are as bad as the UK. Come on, Shady man, do something. Give us something to talk about for the last few minutes of the game.
And that was.
No? Okay. Anyway, yes.
Well,
For that,
yeah.
going back to that pallet stun, I don't think I've ever seen something like that. Genuinely speaking.
Yeah, like I said, that I think that was the first one in Debadon history. History has been made with Team Astral here today, and like I said, as much as we are on casters, it is just waiting for the bleed out to happen, just chilling out, talking about the game. But wow, no, genuinely, wow, both teams really put on a show today, genuinely.
Definitely. Shady very comfortable in his stalk as well. That is something we did not point out during the game. Very comfortable to keep his high levels of stalk up. Astral being, as you said, very aggressive during the start, and honestly very surprised that the gens that they were dying around were so high progress very early on.
Yeah, like they really went in with all the hit tanks, played very coordinated. I'm not shocked, especially like I said before, the team top of the bracket. You would expect some fantastic plays coming in, but obviously seen Team Astral before in season two. Same coordination, team of friends, really making the effort. But again, we will be up next with Team Astral killing next. So make sure to stay tuned, and we will see you then.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Dead by Dawn Season 3. We have Astral on the Ghostface killer here after Apoptosis went beforehand. We saw a 5-stage result with 3 fresh hooks, meaning Exotic only has to get 6 hooks. I'm not here alone. As per usual, good friend feels here. Tell me, what are we going to be seeing, and do you think that this is an achievable win con for our killer here?
Yeah, it's a very achievable. Like I said, both teams played really well, but I don't think Apoptosis can really make a mistake this game. They need to be on their A game, and we do see a bit of undying value there. Can I say interesting change of perks? We don't see eruption, which might hurt him in the later game, but I think he is going for it, and we do get the stun coming in from Lars here. Again, early hit coming in. If you can get this early enough down, they might be looking in a good place for Astral here, but everything can change, and I think we're playing quite aggressively this round.
Oh yeah, definitely. I think survivors cannot be slacking on gens, and I think them of all people definitely know that. Also, feels we are seeing 2 changed perks, one being Undying, another being Ruin, and that means that
Mm-hmm.
Exotic is playing a no corrupt game. That means he's probably very confident in his early game, meaning he knows that survivors are going to be playing very slow early, trying to work gens, but Apoptosis were doing none of that, and we saw I think 3 individual survivors off rip.
Yeah, like I said, they are doing a fabulous job right now. Holding together, we got a little bit of stock, not quite as much as we saw with Shady, but still a good amount to start out. And we do still have someone on hook at 5. It doesn't seem like we have a lot of pressure around the map. But again, that might just be from my perspective. They might be working something in the distance here. And we are catching it. And can I say Rune is doing the Lord's work this game?
Oh yeah, definitely. It's a perk where if you get value, you get value. Exotic almost 99ing Shady there as well. It's as good as you're gonna get without getting too close to that threshold. And I think we're gonna be seeing maybe I'm not sure I like this commit here. I think actually he's just gonna be playing for the
Oh,
pallet being dropped and being broken. This matters. This doesn't matter even at all for Exotic. Exotic's just opting to just play as if it wasn't even a pallet there. It wasn't even a filler. And Shady is going to be running back. Exotic is. Oh, we do see the notebook actually. I'm not quite sure what the name of the person's notebook it is, but that does mean every time you break a pallet, you get your power back even. Sorry,
is it
so many things.
Olsen's wallet?
It's. Oh wait, it is a wallet, not a
Yeah, I was
notebook.
going to
Oh, I'm
say, I'm
I'm
pretty sure it's
completely chatting.
Olsen's wallet.
I'm very sorry.
Yeah, it's okay. We can understand you're not a Ghostface player. It's okay. Again, we are seeing a fabulous chase coming in from Shady here, really holding together, but that 99 is a little scary. And we do get the speed boost coming in from Knife, and that is down coming Shady, and that is under a pallet. I might be a little scared because we saw someone here not long ago, but no pallet save coming in. We do have a lovely pain res right here, so again, we're going to be stopping as much pressure as we can, and that has been taken. We do know this gem right here was our highest progress.
Yeah, this is very, very good information for our killer Exotic here from Team Astral. Those 2 hooks could not have been better for him. That early down on the uh, Ada, I believe, was exceptionally good for turning the tide of the game, giving him that early pressure. Survivors not really wanting much to come of it, but we are seeing that he's letting them kind of run wild on gens just to get that stalk up.
Yeah, I love watching a good Ghostface set. We did see, I don't know if you know the player, Shredded Ghostface. Absolutely insane one trick Ghostface player. He does tutorials on stock points on this map. Really interesting, and we did see a little bit of Exotic using it there, just through the TV room. we do see Lars just dropping everything we can. He has gone into second, so that would be a death if we manage to get him down. So we are kind of taking protection, but with the stock on the board, I'd be a little scared to be taking protection hits now.
Oh yeah, definitely. Survivor's obviously not aware of the Stalk, which is where the complexity of playing versus this killer from a Survivor side comes in. You're not sure if you're one tap, you're not sure if you're two tap, or you're not sure if you can take a hit for a teammate. This tag here and choosing to run to 5 edge is an absolute blunder unless he manages to somehow make it into 6 room, and even if he does with this pallet drop, this is going to be a very mind gameable pallet. However, winning 150-50, does he make it back round? Unluckily, he does not. This is the third fresh hook of the game, and we're seeing the. Oh, Lara, you've been there twice, man. This is. You can tell that they're really playing for the win con here. This is the last stage that they can afford to put on the board, man.
Yeah, they are doing a fabulous job right now. It could really go either way. Um, they really need to keep Lars safe here, especially for being Death Hook. He needs to play so safe. And as I say that, we see Lars in TV room, going into chase with Sloppy being in effect, which is really going to hurt them. I don't know if it's going to be a long chase because the pallet, Celtic goes for the swing, but unfortunately does not get it. We are not crazy with the ping today, and we do try and cut off Lars and take pursuit. Again, we have a lot of gens of progress on it, though. It's going to be, I think, quite a close set.
Oh yeah, definitely. And Exotic choosing to commit the Ada here, which I do believe was left until second stage. So this means if she goes down once more, this is a death at 3 gens. And versing a killer such as Ghostface, this insane cutoff actually works. I had no belief. I didn't believe, but
Exotic knows
Exotic
something we
clearly
don't.
did.
Yeah,
Oh,
Exotic knows
exactly, you know.
something we don't. But yeah, what a fantastic cutoff coming in. And that is Lars dead at 2 gens. Again, the team's going to have to play a fantastic 3v to kind of keep up with this because Astral came back with a fabulous result.
Oh yeah, definitely. That was the last stage they can give up. If they don't, zero stage from now on. In a 3v1 with Ruin
With
and
stock.
Undying up,
And
with
stock.
Orc and Painred still, with Sloppy where you can't reset, it's going to be a very uphill battle for the survivors of Apoptosis here.
Yeah, like I said, they are doing a hard job here, but again, we are taking camping on the pallet. And we do see Fern in chase here, who is coming back to this pallet. We won 150 last time, but we are deciding to just leave and send out uh, into nothing to get the window bait. Oh, this is absolutely fabulous, and we do get a lot safer pallet. He decides to greet it, which is really nice because we need to find that balance between using resources and not going down.
Again?
Holy, this this man is the greeter of all greets. Oh
Again!
my god!
Oh my god, I would have
No
swung through
way.
that. He's going to drop it now, surely.
Yeah, I
Okay,
was about to
thank God.
say. Oh,
Oh, and a 50 win as well.
oh.
To top it all off. This is exactly what you'd want to see
Can,
from Survivor side here.
could this
Sorry.
man go to the casino, please? Holy, he is winning every single 50. Oh, and we do go down. Oh my heart. Oh my
my
goodness.
heart is racing. My blood pressure is high. Feels. Um, although the game is with this down, unfortunately lost for Apoptosis. That was a spectacle in itself.
Yeah,
I
we've
think it's.
had a lot of
Oh,
this. These games, they've really put up. But again, we are doing a fabulous job, and I'd be a little worried being Shady and Sonic right now with the stock they have. Um, one one misplay, and we have a bit of a snowball effect going on.
oh yeah, definitely.
Ruin chewing away this gen. They did get a totem, but it was unfortunately Undying that they did get. So we are still seeing that regression. That's gonna suck in the freebie.
Oh yeah, this 3v1 regression sucks at the worst of times, but especially against a killer where you have to be off gens at some points in the map as you're unaware of his positioning. It's really going to take a toll on your survivor gameplay here, and it's going to take a toll on your gen pressure as a full stop unless you are willing to gamble that he's just nowhere near at the current moment. We are seeing that gen on bot mid there still regressing as well, or is it's bot mid 4 room, same thing, same thing.
Yeah, of
Anyway,
course.
we are seeing a high stalk survivor, Shady here, not making the pallet, getting a
Oh.
taste of his own net, and we do see Fern in the distance as well, just coming coming along to say hello or playing for a flashlight save from maybe the most unoptimal angle I think we've seen in a while.
Maybe emotional support, honestly, at this point. But again, I feel like Shady's indecisiveness there got a little bit of a unfortunate hit coming through, and that is him on the hook for second stage. Again, both teams are just playing for best result because Astral has taken these sets by storm, may I say. Absolutely fantastically played. But again, I wouldn't expect anything less from our team to beat at the moment.
Definitely, they are looking like the top dogs if you're into that kind of thing. Sorry, that was exceedingly cringy as I'm
Yeah,
looking back at it
yeah,
now.
yeah, that was terrible. Let's not do that ever again.
Okay,
But
I'll take that into account.
you know what we are doing again, though? We are going back to check on our survivors just to make sure that we can find some kind of stealth. Because again, they are playing this 3v very, very stealthy and very slow.
Yeah, I don't think we've seen Sonic since our Ada was sacrificed, so that is something that Exotic is going to be hyper aware on. Traveling back to 7, as we are aware, Shady was working on this earlier, but we're seeing no new progress around the board unless I'm very much mistaken.
Yeah, we have got a bit of a check out here just to make sure we're not missing anything. These serves are really, really hiding. Um, I think Sonic is very hyper aware that they have got stock on them, and they are very aware that they cannot just be showing themselves willy nilly here. They need to play for the best safety they can. Again, we have a very intense match because I don't even think I know where they are at this point.
Yeah, no, I've just been, as you were talking, I've just been flicking around the survivor POVs here, and not spoiling anything, but I have no clue where they are, even if I even if I did have their own POV. So I think
There
we're
is
just
self
gonna
in the
be seeing.
casters too. Oh my
Oh,
goodness.
oh yeah, you know, the new
Yeah,
spectator feature going
yeah.
going very nicely for me here, because I still don't know where they are, even though I have their POV. So
Yeah.
brilliant.
We do see Exotic kind of just going gen to gen, just bouncing around, seeing what you can do, depleting resources, just basically making the games much harder for them in general.
Oh yeah, he's taking his time. He doesn't need to rush. It's like you've got an interview at 1 p.m. and you're up at 5 a.m. thinking about it, you know? Like yeah, he has the time, but he's maybe thinking about the impact if he leaves those gens on 4 and 7 too long. So that is why we're seeing him go back again.
Yeah, the scary thing is for these servers, though, if they leave these gens to be regressing by room for so long, they're just not going to fight back on these gens, and it will kind of end out in a 4K2. But we do find scratch marks kind of rotating. I think maybe a bit of a miscom on where the killer was, and we do find, I think that is Fern just running off in the distance here, and I think Exotic's kind of bored of waiting for the survivors to show themselves, so he is just going to. It's just going to go for this chase, and we do have a little bit of a wall mind game here, but I don't think this chase is going to be very long because I don't think we have a lot over this side at all.
Definitely,
And
yeah. The down coming in. I was gonna say eruption. God, the brain rot is getting to me. The eruption brain rot is absolutely taking over my soul and everything I hold dear. But as we say, that being taken out for ruin in this particular scenario has been absolutely beating on our survivors from the beginning, and especially in the 3v1.
again, that is Fern out of the game, which takes us down to a 2v. Sonic, I have not seen in so long. I have not seen this man do anything. But we do see scratch marks. I wonder if it will be Sonic showing up. But I think it is going to be Shady just from the blood on the ground here. Oh,
Oh,
and the
there we
desire.
go. There we go. The elusive man himself, Sonic misses you, taking chase upstairs TV. Exotic willing to take the down, I think, for the points of going after a high stalk survivor here. We're going to be seeing a bit of stalling, a bit of dancing around until that 99 is able to be popped. I am resting assured. I think maybe body blocking the window here. Yep, just playing textbook. Can we swing around in time? No, we're going to be getting the window again. But I'm not sure what Shady's going to be doing while Sonic is taking chase and, you know, exposed now. So this, I think, is securing the down on Sonic unless he by a miracle makes this window, which he does not, and the down coming in. I think we're gonna have a bit more stealthy time here, unless
A
Shady
little
is
more
just working
stealthy
again.
time. A little more
I don't know what
stealthy
to say.
time.
Okay, okay,
Oh
okay.
no, no. But I think this game we missed Sonic because again he's been hiding everywhere, and we've not seen. But it all relies on Shady, who's gonna pop the last gen and get a good result. 4K0, but unfortunately just not enough to beat Astral here. But again, phenomenally played by both teams coming in.
Definitely. I did not expect those gens to pop as soon as they went in the 3v1, especially versus Ruin and Undying. We did see Undying being cleansed, as you talked about at one point in the match. However, that Ruin being up and in such a good totem spot as well in the upstairs of TV room is just not really something that you can afford to have up during the 3v1, and it really, really made the gen progress slow down for our survivors here.
Yeah, I think that room was really, really tough on them, and it especially drained out a lot of the early pressure they had because Exotic was just bouncing back and forth. And what a day to end out with a ghost face Mori. Wow, what a fantastic game coming in for both teams. But that will be Astral taking 2-0. Again, I don't think Astral has lost a set yet.
No, they have been 2-0 Demons, if I am not so mistaken. Yeah, 2-0 Demons. I think out of 3 matches played, that's also 3-0 in terms of the win ratio as well. Playing absolutely exceptionally, both Killer and Survivor.
Yeah, they did absolutely fabulous, and Apoptosis is doing absolutely fantastic as well. But again, this is the only game we're having today, but tomorrow we have a lot of games going on. And so I'm super excited to see how the rest of the teams do. And like I said, make sure to stay tuned. And if you like Dead by Dawn content, make sure to join the Discord and give us a follow on Twitch. Don't laugh at me. But again, we are going to be ending out for today. Make sure to have an amazing day, and we will catch you again tomorrow for more games. See you then.